Let us start with the introduction to pathway for designing smart grid. In this one, we require number of tools, technologies, and techniques to design a smart grid, and these are required for the computation tool to capture the values or data from the smart grid. In this one, we will be learning about the algorithms, making of algorithms or developing the algorithm to support the computational tool for grid development. As there is increased availability of a data and signal, it has become very important to use the technique or tool for the existing grid system structure. The next method is barrier and solution to the smart grid development. There are multi-layer approach. There are many types of layer or approaches to design a smart grid. First layer are system planning and maintenance. Second one is energy auction, and third one is a system operation. Fourth is a device. First, let us move with the system planning and maintenance level. There are many issues regarding regarding the making of the plant or coming up of the new plants, where a lot of local oppositions will be there, and the decisions has to be made for this one. Planning, there are planning uncertainties also. Plan never take place as the plan is given, and there is lack of time also, and the real time system control. So in this one, the reliability also decreases. So this problem issues has to be handled. In this, when you are handling these issues, these plans should be handled in such a way that it should give the maximum reliability. Some are there, some barriers are there that has to be overcome when you are designing a smart grid. So it depend, a consumer should be access many things. He should be access to the regarding the tax information of the tariff, and many incentives, and many other things are there which he has to be able to get the access. And in this, the solution method will be creating and fund we should create and fund the learning of the intelligent grid centers, and mandatory consumers access. A consumer should be able to access the price information. लिख जाओ अपना. Tax offer incentives, offer tax incentives for DCM. This solution should minimize maintenance at the level of the implementation. In energy auction level, there are many issues like public resistance towards making a new plant, and they don't get information regarding about the tariff or proper information regarding the smart grids data, and even there is a lack of consumer participation in this matter. So this has become a problem. Now in this one, it can be solved by many method. The first method in this one is a mandatory use of transparent location. Second is mandate consumers access. There should be consumers access to this one. If a consumers access is given, then they will get all the information, and these issues can be removed. The next is system operation level. In this operation level, the smart grid operator cannot handle the emergencies. They lack how to manage the tools efficiently. That also is there, and many softwares are there, power flow softwares are there, hardwares are there. They are unable to manage or unable to learn it properly. So this will create lot of problems. For that one, there is a few solution they have given in this one. First, fund development should be there for the grid, so that a new technology or new tools can be implemented in the grid system. Second, funds should be given for to demonstrate the new tools or new algorithms or projects. And even offers or tax incentives should be given when incentives given to the smart control software and hardware while installing this software and hardware. And many offers has to be given for DSM technologies. Let us move to the topic 6.3, where it says that the electric grid, power grid, it is a very complex structure of the system, and day to day, when there is a day to day activity, that time number of faults occurs, number of faults occurs, day to day fault occurs. This fault occurs due to the weather or any other conditions also. So from this one we get lot of real time operation data, and that data it is used to find the solution in the load flow system. Now they have developed 4 advanced optimization and control techniques to meet the criteria for smart grid performance. So let us study this one. The next is general level automation. In the automation nowadays, every smart grid they are using the automation system where it is done automatically and by use with the help of computational tools. Now a new technology has also they are implementing the new technology in this one, and new algorithm also they are using, such that to ensure that reliability, stability, optimal dispatch, unit commitment, security analysis, and distributed generation control should be there in this one. So as you see in this one, new datas, day to day new datas are also coming. When the new datas are coming, the implementation of a new algorithm is very important, which is very important to serve the peak load, and high quality and real time data should be integrated with the existing practice with the software. Next is reliability. It is a capacity of a power system to deliver the electricity such that there should not be interruption, and if any interruption occurs, it has to be for a few seconds or few minutes. It should be able to capable to regain its normal position. Now in the smart grid, reliability is more, or the supply of power supply is more in the reliability. Now this one new reliability and sustainability should be capable of handling many things like non-linearity of the system parameters, uncertainty, if any uncertainty occurs in the load demand or generation demand, any there is a disturbances or any if there is increase in the load or generation, should be able to handle it. And system dynamic means it depends upon the market how much the consumers are taking the electricity and availability of the natural resources. This all plays very important role in the reliability. If these things are managed properly or handled properly, then the reliability of the power system will be very good and there will be no interruption in the services. The next stability. If you see the stability, it is the ability of the power system to regain its normal condition when any disturbances occurs. When any disturbances occurs, it goes to a transient state. That transient state should come back to a normal state. So there are two types of there are two things which can affect the stability. One is voltage and second is angles stability. And if this things is removed or if this is rectified, then the stability of the power system will be very good. Let us go to the economical dispatch. If you see the economical dispatch, it is a total amount of energy taken by the smart grid. A grid is connected with the many power plant like hydel power plant, steam plant, hydel power plant, diesel plant, renewable energy, nuclear energy. These all are giving feeding the smart grid, and from the smart grid, if you see, it is given to the consumers. But the load depends, load varies or changes. It may vary at morning, it may be more in the evening, afternoon it will reduces. So there is a lot of variation in the load. When there is a variation in the load, then the smart grid should be capable of understanding how much power has to be delivered and how many generators should be kept on. If example the load decreases, if the load decreases, the amount of generator working should be decreased. If you decrease the amount of if you decrease the number of a generator, then the fuel will be saved, automatically it will be saved. This is called as economically dispatch, in which the required amount of load is supplied to the consumer with considering the number of generator. If there is a more load, the generators more number of generators can be used to supply the demand. So depending upon the load, the generator should be switched on or switched off, so that fuel consumption can be reduced. The next is security analysis. In a power system security analysis, it is in the two state, either it is in the secure state or it is in the alert state. In a secure state, the load is satisfied, a load is given properly, there is no disturbance, there is no fault, there is no violation of any rules. Now there will be no contingency or there will be no fault. The system is said to be a normal, it is working in the normal condition. But if any fault occurs or if any violation is there, then the system or the power system changes from secure state to alert state. In the alert state, it creates lot of problem, it creates the disturbances, it creates the high current, high voltage, which affects or damages the equipment. So when such a things as will happen, a corrective action is necessary to bring back the system from alert state to secure state.